home runs, 100 RBIs, okay, and give him 6 to 10 stolen bases. I think, look, he doesn't have a large history of stealing bases, but he'll get you some, okay? Strikeout percentage, walk percentage, average exit velocity were all very high. So he could just stall, okay? But even when he was fooled, if you watch him, even when he looked like he was fooled, he still made good contact. He stopped striking out so much against left-handed pitching, and that was pretty good. He ranked 35th in WOBA. Okay, so I'm not a big WOBA guy, all right? I'm WOBA when I go to sleep at night. WOBA is me. But Conforto has strong skills, and I do believe he'll hit you 30 home runs. And I don't give that to a lot. Left-handed hitter, looking for a big-time year out of Conforto at age 26, okay? It just shows. Even if he just maintains what he did last year. Not necessarily looking for that breakout year, but looking to duplicate or maybe slightly improve off of what he did last year. So those are all the outfielders and all the players. The pitchers, of course, not a lot that can be said about DeGrom and Syndergaard. Stroman, he was really affected a lot by stealing signals. For Marcus Stroman, I'm not going to talk about Syndergaard or DeGrom. They are top pitchers. I'm not going to fool you and try to say something that is so obvious. Okay, but Stroman, he really could have a nice season this year. 3.5 ERA, 1.3 WHIP, 150 strikeouts. Okay, he had an ERA of under 3 first half of the season, and then traded to the Mets. And look, new league, the whole deal. He did for the season. He had he had a very good strikeout, swinging strike rate. Okay, highest swinging strike rate of his career. He struggled to limit home runs, especially when he came to the National League. I think he'll make the adjustment there, and I think Stroman's going to have a nice year. He's a good pick in fantasy baseball. Steven Matz, as I mentioned, I think I may have even talked about, I'm not even sure. But, look, Matz, it's time. I'll give him a 3.6 ERA, 1.3, 150 strikeouts. He was on the injured list for 2 weeks, but he's got that injury-prone label, improved health, and his skills are growing. I'm looking for Matz, and I picked him. I think he's safe. Let's put it this way. Steven Matz has a very high ceiling. I think his floor is very high as well. Even with a bad ceiling, he's not going to hurt you. And that's what you have to watch out for. Sometimes you take a pitcher, not only are they going to not help you, but they can hurt you. Now let's go over some of the Mets and their prospects. Coming up next is Arnie. Hang in there, Arnie. Coming up next. Ronnie Mauricio. 18 years old. Looks like it could be a superstar. Okay? 6'3", but he's about 170 pounds. He's got a way to develop. He's a switch hitter, much better lefty facing righties. Mauricio, not ready yet. He's got all kinds of great numbers, great contact, so we'll see. He's got to fill out. He's got to get better. Now, Andres Gimenez, the other guy, if you take a look, I didn't see Gimenez. I saw him in Arizona play about 6 games. Didn't see anything I liked. And you take a look, and people say, well, he steals bases. Look at his stolen base record. It's terrible. He gets caught stealing too much. He has more raw power, okay, than he looks. He's kind of a thin guy, He was at the Arizona Fall League. Trying to work on his swing, but I don't believe. Look, 10 home runs, 20 steals, that's his ceiling. Francisco Alvarez, he's 18 years old. Not ready this year, but man, oh man, he will get a chance as soon as he's ready. He's got a great work ethic. Oh, that's for sure. Um, he just does everything well. Okay, he's got to maintain his upper body. Sometimes he gets a little tired. Everything was overwhelmingly positive about this kid. Every scouting report. So keep in mind, the Mets, Francisco Alvarez, every time somebody wants to make a trade, they talk about this guy. Brett Beatty, and also Mark Vientos. These are A-level players. You won't see them this year. Vientos is a third base, first baseman, good raw power, 6'4", about 190. He's got to work on his game, but he's a good prospect to watch. Beatty is also same thing, first base, third base, but a little bit more advanced, but you won't see him. Pitching, the Mets don't have. They got a left-handed pitcher who's 24. His name is David Peterson. Okay? He's drafted in the first round in 2017. He has, he's got a high floor, but he throws roughly 4 average pitches. That's it. He's got 4 pitches, but they're all average. Slider, curveball, changeup. Okay? He could be good, but really has to improve on his pitches. Kevin Smith, another good left-hander. He's 22, 7th pick in 2018. He's got his low 90 fastball. He dominated in A-ball, but he's got that slider, changeup, 3 pitches, intangibles, drive his stock up. He could be a back-end starter, and those are the pitchers that I'm looking at. And Franklin Colomi, 24 years old, spent the entire 2018 rehabbing from Tommy John surgery. This kid has got 3 pitches that range from above average in the fastball, curveball, and changeup. He's a guy, and I see his name mentioned in a lot of trade talks. That tells me that he's pretty well known to have some kind of potential, okay? So those are the guys whose names have been bantered around in every trade rumor. Those are the guys you could expect that the Mets may be counting on for a little bit. Maybe this year, maybe next year. Once again, I love you all, man. Great stuff. Arnie coming up next. Greg, Doug, George, Jerry Bass, Malpal, Tito Luna, Ray K, Doug Boyle, Saturday morning. Timothy My Hooker, Phil Chaplin, Unholy Toledo, Zelmo. Great stuff, everybody. Great stuff. We'll be back tomorrow if I have a voice. And if I don't, I'll be back anyway. I don't give a hootin' any. Thanks for joining me. Love you every morning.